Go! Yun! Welcome sa session natin sa Skillshare. And this is session number 15. Our topic for tonight would be procrastination. Yun yung main topic natin. And we're also gonna talk about a lot of productivity stuff that kung may mga questions kayo, feel free to ask. Our guest right now is one of my good friends. Actually, he's my ninong. Ano yun? he's my ninong. Uh, let's welcome Dr. Strix Toledo. Hi, Strix. Hello? Strix.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies
Yun.
and gentlemen.
Yun,
Hello.
magandang gabi. Pero syempre, bago natin fully ipasok si Strix dito, pero syempre nandiyan na siya. Let us give a short background lang of what he does. No? He has a website, yan, strixtoledo.com. And nababasa natin dito, he is a physician, focus and clarity coach, a speaker, and a trainer. Doc Strix specializes in creating mind systems and for productivity and clarity of mind. He is most often seen for both the physical and mental aspects of pain management and personal development. What's unique about his work is that it integrates a deep understanding of mind-body functions. His main goals for those in his care are a return to excellent function and an exceptional quality of life. Strix has coached managers, regional directors, executive boards, and captains of industry on these understandings. Raving feedback has included skyrocketing and positive changes in their key performance indicators. Yan. What happened to you is a common reaction to the sudden and persistent surge in efficiency that those he has coached demonstrate. Okay, yun yung binasa ko. Pero, personal introduction ko sa kanya, he's one of the top productivity coaches that I know. We've been learning from him for almost more than a decade already. And he up to now, he still shocks us kasi sobrang ang dami talaga namin natututunan dito sa taong to. And he's very generous with sharing his love and knowledge to all of his coaches and mentees. Diba? So let's welcome Dr. Strix Toledo. Hi, Strix.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Okay.
Hope you're
So
all well.
yeah, simulan na natin to. Let's start. Strix, any frames before we formally begin? For everyone watching on live, reminder, the Zoom link, this is an interactive session. It's not your usual Skillshare. Bakit tayo nag-English? Kasi syempre, there are foreign friends watching also, so that they could get value also from this one. So feel free to ask questions. Again, this is an interactive session. So magtanong kayo, ask questions. What do they need Strix for this session?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to need a hell of a lot of paper, pens, and attention and honesty. Because what I would like to do for you is enable you to see the parts of yourself that you hide from and hide from others. So yeah, please, you need paper because if we're honest with ourselves, we're gonna see a lot of stuff that we try to keep away from, avoid, or ignore that actually keep us from doing the best work of our lives. And so I'd like for us to be able to shine a light on that. And it will be a waste if you lose the insights, the nuggets, the wisdom of yourself talking to you. If you don't write stuff down and then plan out, map out your goal direction, your vision, your action from what you learn from this session. So yeah, please have a pen and paper ready. Lots of paper. You'll understand in a while.
Okay. So we're tag your friends na. I think there were a lot of people. There were like 50, 60 people that have messaged me, commented that would be interested to join this session. Konti pa lang tayo dito. Pasok na kayo. Give me a second to copy paste the Zoom link. We don't want to waste time. Bakit? Medyo marami tayong kailangan i-cover. So, kindly tag your friends now. Yan. Tag your friends now. And again, this is an interactive session. It's better that you go in dito sa Zoom so that walang delay. Because again, if you're watching on Facebook Live sa loob ng online Filipino freelancers, there would be like a couple of seconds to a minute delay. Right? So para pag may tanong ka agad dito, nasasagot ka agad, we could move on to the next questions. So Strix, general overview, you've importante that everyone has their like notebooks, and isa yata sa pinaka-importante for this session is honesty, because this is not for us. It's not for us. It's for you. All right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, should we start? I think for the people catching up, they could
a little bit of background while we're waiting for just a few more people maybe. I thought that what I might like to do for you tonight is, I hope you don't mind if can I speak in English and a little bit of adult language, because one, we're all adults, and two, every single Filipino on planet Earth knows is multilingual. I'm just hoping this to be an easier ride for our international partners. So I'll be using English. Marunong po ako mag-Tagalog. Pwede niyo akong kulitin. But I will switch in between both just for clarity across the world. I hope you don't mind.
Okay ba yan? Yeah. So pwede kami mag-Tagalog. Pwede kami mag-Tagalog. Yeah. Okay.
naman.
Can we have a test of like, gumagana ba yung mga keyboards nyo? Could you type like anything here dito sa Zoom or sa Facebook Live? Yeah, so if you want to turn on your mic, your camera, fine. No problem with that. That's better. Pero if we want this to be as interactive as possible, so it's if you could comment here, yan, dyan sa chat box. Kahit 1, 2, 3, so that we know lang na gumagana yung keyboard niyo. And pad or whatever.
Good evening, everyone.
Si Ann, 1 talaga. Legit 1. legit. Oh, yan. Mga kaibigan natin yan. Alright. Hi, Jack. Okay. Alright. So, let's start na. We have a lot of things to cover. Tara, let's go. Doc Strix.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, brother. And feel free to butt in anytime, anyone. Okay. Rather than the usual kind of session where I'm trying to share something with you, I wanted this one to be an exploration of our deep insides. Okay? So, gusto ko sanang maabot yung kaibuturan ng ng damdamin natin. Okay? So, I thought it would be fun if we could do a version of a mind dump, which is kind of a way of seeing what we can't see. Okay? Seeing our hidden thoughts, our hidden emotions, our hidden motives, our hidden desires. Tell me, what do you most desire? So, ganun. Okay? So, I hope to do this by guiding you through an exam set, quiz of sorts. And we can stop at any time. You just let me know if it's useful for you. And then we'll keep going. To the extent and degree that you ask me to keep going, we will keep going. And my only ask is that, you give us feedback, you let us know how you're doing. If it hurts, if you understand, if you're getting something, if you're seeing things which you haven't seen before, please share, because your experience is useful to the others in this session. Okay?
Okay.
And
okay.
Great.
Yes.
So, hang on. I'm gonna share my screen. See my screen, brother?
Yes, we see the screen.
Okay, cool. So here's a quiz. You might like to have a sheet of paper ready. Does everyone have their sheets of paper?
Wait, wait lang. Give us time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So my point here is, you know those
and,
online tests where they give you something extremely random that supposedly tells you your personality, and then you're really happy that somebody told you how to behave. Um, this is actually based on a hell of a lot of science, and it's an actual deep exploration. Okay, so what I wanted to bear here is, um, actually, you guys, can you tell me? You're here probably because, well, you've considered yourself lazy, maybe, or you've procrastinated in the past, or procrastination has cost you, or you don't know how much procrastination is costing you. So that's what we'd like to do with this session. Figure out first how much it's costing you. Because that's something we can't see. Our tendency is we hide in our comfort zones. We don't want to know the other stuff. We pretend that it doesn't happen, or we have no real clue how much we're bleeding until we're bled dry. It's like being in a bad relationship that you tolerate because it's not completely bad. I mean, you're not dying yet. Until it's so bad it's actually killing you. Okay? So, does everyone have a sheet of paper? Hello?
yeah. For me, I have
Are we good?
already. Al, ay, Al. Yeah.
Shall we go?
Marianne, yes. Joseph, yeah, we're good.
Okay, let's go.
For the
Let's go.
others, come on, type it. Type. Yeah, Pop is not sure.
Okay. Oh,
Choppy.
here we go.
Wait. Let's check.
Okay.
How's Strix's line? Is it choppy for there? May nagsasabi sa akin choppy for some. Malinaw sa akin. On my end, it's clear.
Right.
It's
I'm
clear
good.
naman. I think we're good. Digital notepad, if you feel fine, basta honesty, very, very important. Yeah. All good. Medyo choppy daw yung
Okay.
audio mo. Yeah. Yeah. On my end, it's clear. On my end, it's clear.
Yeah. You're clear on my end too.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. The instructions for this are this. Okay. On average, for each number, you're going to write how many hours a day you've spent doing any of these activities. And you can write in increments. So, by example, 1 hour, okay? Or you could write 1.5 hours for 90 minutes, or you could write, just 30 minutes a day, so that's 0.5 hours. And 0.25 of an hour for 15 minutes, and so on, okay? Well, the basic idea, and then later we could just total it. You can write in however shorthand you wish. But later, I'm going to ask you to total the number of hours that you get. Did
Okay.
everyone understand?
Yes.
Is that good?
Yes, Doc. Yes.
Dude, don't.
Okay.
It's cool, brother. I
We don't have to write anything like the questions or anything, right? Just how
no no
just
no no
we're
no
gonna
no
just
no.
answer this. One or like 0.5 hours and
Oh yeah.
so parang ganun lang.
Through the magical mystery of where in the world did Strix get slides? Uh, we actually have slides, so they don't have to write anything down except their
Sige.
answers.
Okay,
Mm.
sige.
All
Got it.
right, here we go.
Go.
How many hours a day do you spend planning for perfection? You know what it's like when you're trying to get everything perfect, everything right. It has to be a certain way, or else you'll not proceed. Everything has to be in place. Everything has to be in order. It's got to be perfect. Do you spend no time on it at all? Like, you don't care as long as it's done? Maybe 5 minutes a day. Maybe an hour a day. Maybe you're one of those who need every bit of information, everything gathered. before they take action. Like everything has to be in place, or what's the point, you know? And what's that like? Is that, an hour and a half a day, 3 hours a day? Instead of doing your work, you're planning things, you're putting things together, you're making sure that everything is just right. Because, why bother if it is perfect, right? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Ano, we will not proceed hanggat hindi nagta-type yung mga tao. Para alam namin we're when you're done.
Yeah. I
Okay,
realize
we
that's
got answers, yeah. At least
great. I realize that's a
confirmation.
great name for name. For name,
What?
Dan. I
Done.
thought that the other. Yeah.
Mag-ano ka na.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
are you done? Yes, I'm done.
Yes. I'm done. Alright.
Okay, let's get things done.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
We're
Got
done.
it. So, wait lang, just to clarify, if it's 30 minutes, I'm gonna put 0.5.
Just for ease of computation later. You can total it in minutes plus hours. That's fine. Whichever is easy. But later you're going to tally it all together. Okay. So you can
So
write
for
5 minutes. You can.
okay, got it. In minutes na
As,
lang. Okay.
yeah. As long as you can
Okay.
tally it. So 1 hour, 15 minutes. That's fine. I don't need perfection. I just need something done like really quickly. As long as there's output, 5 minutes is all I'll waste. I won't waste more time. Or it's
Perfect.
got to be a certain standard.
Sige. I got it. I've written it down.
Well,
Yeah. We're done. Go number 2. Yeah.
how much time do you spend in hours per day, hours and minutes per day, gathering all possible data before taking any action? Because why should you take action if you don't have all the data, right? Yeah. Data gathering.
Research, data gathering.
Yeah,
Okay.
research.
Um,
Some people can function without it. I'll figure it out along the way. Some people need a little bit. Some people need a lot. There's actually something we call cognitive styles or action tendencies. There's something like an information gatherer, and there's also like a quick start who hardly needs information. They just go. That's a whole other discussion. It's a beautiful discussion, though. You find out how people will tend to behave under different circumstances uncontrollably.
Okay.
So it's in
Okay.
line with the super driver stuff we studied before.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Great. How much time do you spend in hours per day or minutes being consumed by backlogs? You're just firefighting. The other backlog is exploding in my face again. Okay. You're just fighting fire after fire. Somebody shouts at you, oh, forgot about that. Damn. Okay. Rather than doing what it takes to eliminate them. Yeah, I get it. You're overwhelmed. There's just too much work and people don't understand and they're cruel. Sure. I get it. But honestly, how much time are you spending being consumed by your backlogs, rather than eliminating or getting rid of them?
Yeah, type done. Wow, Fem is here. You should be sleeping.
Hi,
Yeah, but
Fam.
yeah, supportive. Nice.
Aw. Great wife, man. Great wife.
Yeah. Done.
Great. Okay. How much time do you spend tolerating rather than eliminating energy drains? That's okay. It's just one call. It's just 5 minutes. I don't like talking to this person, but I don't want him to feel bad. I can't cut him off. He's my friend. I mean, we've been friends for 2 decades. It'd be cruel to cut him off. Oh God, this ex-girlfriend is horrible. Wait, okay. How much time do you spend tolerating rather than eliminating the vampires of your life? And it's not just people, events. Good grief, it might be your work. I get it. We got to do what we got to do. But how much time are you spending tolerating stuff? Mm.
Oh,
I
fuck.
got news for you. What?
Wala lang. There are lots of vampires, man. So, yeah.
I hear you.
Mm.
Okay. And then for some people, if you feel that way about your work, you know, estimates say that most people who like do office work or corporate, they're only really focused like between 8 and 20% of the time. Like the rest, they're just coasting. Like they could have gotten their work for the day done in under 2 hours if they really hedged on time, but they're just taking their time. Okay, so let's pretend that some of the day you're okay, but you hate the rest of your day. Oh, how much is that in hours? You know, when you're struggling with things and you hate it so much, it drains you, and you dread Mondays because this work you don't like. Yeah, how much do you tolerate the drains in your life? Are you done?
Yep.
Guys, are you enjoying this session yet? And yes, it's supposed to hurt. If it doesn't hurt, like, what's the point? That's the thing. Um, we tolerate so many things. We don't pay attention to how much it's hurting us, and until it's so bad, it kicks us up the arse. So we might as well find out in advance before these things consume us. That's kind of the point. Are you getting the point behind this all? Is this looking useful so far? I promise there's going to be an interpretation of where we're at with this. But is this sounding like a useful session? Is this feeling like a useful session so far? Guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, Rose said yes. Roland said yes. Opo,
Great,
I'm
great.
feeling excited. I am here to get the point. Yeah, trivial so far. Sabi ni Randy. Yeah, sabi ni Fem Masipag, yes. With 4 S's. Yeah.
Did somebody say trivial?
Yeah. Si Randy.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. This might not be for you, and you may not be procrastinating at all. You're probably living a wonderful life. That's great. And maybe we focus on something else, which is a good point. You know, if you don't see yourself in these slides, wonderful. You know what else to focus on later, and that'll be part of the evaluation.
All right. Number 5.
How much time do you spend dealing with stressors rather than working to eliminate them? I can't imagine anyone without stress. I mean, there are stressors. I don't get stressed much, but this, I coast through it, but it's not trivial to me. How much time per day do you spend working with stressors rather than working to eliminate them? Just deal with it, handle it, tolerate it, rather than doing something so that they don't show up. Are you done?
Yep.
All right.
Some can't be eliminated. There was a comment here. Some can't be eliminated.
Sure. In which case, you're just dealing with them or tolerating them, right? How much time do you spend doing that?
Yun. So.
And if you aren't getting the point yet, well, you aren't exploring enough. I don't think you're exploring enough yet.
Asawa daw. Yung hindi daw ma-eliminate, sabi nung asawa ko. Asawa ko.
Okay. And then some of the day you're okay, and then some of the day you're not. How much is the not? We're trying to get a gauge on how much things are creating friction or burns in your life or drains on your energy in life. We're trying to get some indication of that.
Mm-hmm.
And if none of this bothers you at all, congratulations, you're a completely logical person. It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Nice bluff, though.
Okay.
Tolerating rather than reducing delays. How much time? In
We're what
yourself,
number six? Number six.
yeah, in yourself, in others. So the basic idea is I looked across all of the areas of your life, of life, and looked at the most common, most significant, most intense um, causes of procrastination, and then developed a way to quantify how bad this actually eats at us, because most people don't have a way of seeing that, and no tests existed online or in books to show us that. Are we good?
More on tolerating pa nito, no? Number
Yeah,
six.
yeah, 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 yeah. So as you can see, there's kind of a theme. Like,
Ang hirap, pre. Ang hirap.
I okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, it can be several things. Like for us in our little, circle of friends, there are lots of partnerships, you know, and rather than work on better communications or better agreements or really pursue deadlines, we just tolerate stuff. Some of us are very laissez-faire. Uh, Ken and I are rather chill. Ken's more chill. I've learned to chill a bit more. So, but we tolerate a lot of stuff. There's stuff we shouldn't have to tolerate. Yeah. What's it like for you?
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah. Comment done. Comment done. Follow instructions. Done. Audrey's done. Rose said, Yeah. Comment. Tell us if you're done. Done. Okay. Fem said done. All right. Dave's
Yeah,
done.
Dan is a popular
Very
name.
good. Al's done. All right. Should we go to number 7 then?
Yeah. Guys, if you aren't seeing the point, you aren't looking across the context of your life. Okay, let's pretend we're all like freelancers to some extent or degree. Or you're partly pro and you're partly freelance. Whatever. Okay, you're dealing with other people. Okay? And there's an element of energy drain, there's an element of time drain, there's an element of focus drain. Okay? So if you think this doesn't apply to you, just look across all of your partnerships and your work and dealings with other people. You'll find it does apply to you. Or am I wrong? Because I could be completely delusional and stupid. It does happen.
Doc Strix, I have a question though. I mean,
Go.
there are people that are just joining right now. So,
Hey,
this would be for how many numbers, by the way? 15, 20?
Like 30.
So that we could probably do a recap if we're at a midpoint. So if this is 20, we could probably have a recap by 10.
Let's try to go through it real quickly, and if we have time, let's restart. Is that okay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Rather than keep going back and forth and us not finishing, let's try to finish as much of this as possible.
G. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Because whatever will we do with the people who get bored very quickly or who find no point in what we're doing if we backtrack?
Yeah.
We can even help them less.
Sounds nice. Oy, Gian's here. What's up, bro? Yeah, we're going to number 7 now. Okay, tara. Fast break na. 7. G. Working.
How much time per day do you spend? Hours, minutes, quantify it, working with or against emotional affection? You know what it's like? You can't function because you don't feel like it. You don't want to work with the person because you don't like them. You're waiting for some sort of motivation because you need a strong internal force. You want the heavens and earth to shine down upon you before you take action because it's just too hard to get out of bed. Whatever is emotional fiction for you.
Wow, 10 seconds for those. Good for you. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
That's super great. Oi,
great.
Simon, what's up?
you'll discover that people are very different, and that's okay. Some people have zero tolerance for this stuff. Some people will be surprised how much they're tolerating so much of this stuff in their lives. You know,
Solid. Kay Mary Ann, it's like 1 week daw. So, you convert it to minutes. So,
wait, per
wow.
day lang, ah. Per day.
Per
Per
day
day,
lang.
per day,
Yeah,
per
per
day,
day
per
lang,
day.
per day. Gosh. Gosh, okay.
Are we good?
I think we're good. Everyone, can you type done when you're done? First 2 hours of the day for Kin.
Oh,
Done.
I hear you.
Okay. Good, good,
I
good.
hear you.
Answering it per instance. Yeah. Yeah, G, G, G. Okay, done, done, done. Okay. We could move forward.
Great.
A lot of people are done. Yeah. Number 8.
Oh,
Number 8.
yeah. How much time do you spend doing unrelated tasks? Okay, here's the thing. We usually end up doing something else rather than the thing we're doing. It's not that what we end up doing is bad. Sometimes it's a useful thing, but it's not what we should actually be doing at the moment because there's emotional discomfort around the thing we're avoiding. And in the work we do, we call this substitution. You know, it's not like Netflixing or doing absolutely nothing, but we're doing all sorts of busy work that doesn't get the needle moving on what we're actually supposed to do. You know? So there's a difference between moving and movement. You know, you can move in your chair, but you don't get anywhere. You got this?
Gosh. Oh.
You got this? Mm.
Sobrang dami. Sobrang.
Yeah. By the way, if this has no relevance for you yet, that's okay. You don't have to be here. It's okay. You can join us later. Perhaps that part will be of more use to you. All cool. All cool.
Okay, G, G.
We're good. Number 9. How much time do you spend per day? Minutes, hours, dealing with recurrent problems? For me, this has the feel of those exams where they ask you a question, you can't answer it at number 1, so I'll go back to this, and then you encounter the same question in number 30. Oh my God, it's the same question I can't answer. Or this thing you should have dealt with, but because you didn't deal with it, it keeps happening. Yeah. How much time do you end up per day doing that? Oh, like it doesn't happen to me, you know. And if it happens to me, I eliminate it immediately. Or that keeps happening. You know. What's it like for you? Are we good? I'm hoping this is an eye
Okay,
opener for you
okay.
guys. Is this?
Not yet
Are
done.
you? Yeah, yeah. Is this proving to be an eye opener for you guys? May nakikita ba kayong hindi nyo nakikita? Usually? Or hindi nyo napapansin?
For some, it's becoming a butt opener.
We'll answer that. That's fine.
PM, yeah.
In a good or a bad way?
I think in a bad way. I don't know.
I understand. I understand. This is really meant to be a kick up the arse. You know? Okay. Next. Are we good?
Yeah. Comment done. Yeah, man. Comment na done. Yeah.
Cool.
Done.
Here we go. It might seem like the same question, but just answer it as how it shows up. Okay? I'm just making sure I'm not yet done. It has to be, it has to be a certain standard. Yeah. So, how much time do you spend making sure it's done perfectly? Perfectly.
All right.
You ever had that happen when you're having a discussion with a client, Ken, and you're trying to do what you thought they said, but actually it turns out that they haven't fully figured out what they want. So you end up producing the work, and then when you go back to the client, it's not the work that they want, because actually it wasn't from lack of clarity on your part. It's just they haven't figured out what they want yet. When you could have better spent that time, producing something. Is this what you wanted? No, 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 that's not what I want. And then revise again and then revise again, rather than produce the final work. You know what I mean? Has that happened to you? I hear this a lot in freelancing circles. I hear this a lot in project management and in program deliverables. Like you code an entire thing, and then it turns out that's not what they want the thing to do. You should have just done a module and showed it to your client. Okay, is this what you want? Ah, yeah, but and then you make adjustments. So, but on the other hand, if you're trying to make sure things are done perfectly before you show it to anyone, including yourself. Are you good?
Yeah. For me, I'm done. Comment. Okay, done. Si RD. Hi, RD. What's up? Need to fully understand first. Okay. Sabi ni Rose. Done.
Sure.
Done.
Whatever you call it.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay. Going to number 11. Al said done. Yeah. All good. Let's go to 11.
How much time do you spend doing the easier thing? You don't want to start the hard thing yet because it's hard, right? So how much time do you spend doing the easier rather than the more critical, the more useful things? Oh, by the way, if you think there's something else you should be doing at this time rather than this, do that. If you don't see the point yet, do something else. Don't waste your time. Could be you're tired or something, and this isn't the best use of your time. Yeah, and get some rest, whatever it is, man.
Papasok to sa tolerating. Pag papasok sa tolerating yan pag wala ka dito.
Are you good? Guys, do you understand the questions? If you don't understand the questions, you can ask, okay? Turn on your mics. Then let us know. Like clarify. That's the whole point to it being an interactive session. Haven't you ever tried to take online quizzes and you don't know exactly what the context is? Like you're trying to understand what they're saying and you just best guess. So the results are probably off. But you couldn't understand what the test makers were trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Here's
Number
your chance,
11 is medyo confusing siya. Parang it's more about 1 to 5 priority question rather than number of hours. Parang ganun.
No. Okay. Number of hours you're spending doing something other than what you actually should be doing. So there's 5 things that you could be doing, but only one of them is the thing you should be doing at that point in time. How much time are you spending doing the other things that you can do some other time and shouldn't be doing now?
But isn't that question number 9?
Oh, it'll look very similar. But we're looking at different aspects to this. You might be surprised that the response is very similar or very different. That's fine. I'm glad you could see what you saw, though. Notice that not many people have brought that up. And yes, it's a question of substitution. By the way, who was that? Sounded like Julius.
No. It's Dave. Yeah, my friend. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, G. I'm done.
Are we good? Okay. How much time do you spend per day doing this wonderful, magical, mystical thing called multitasking? I remember this one girl at one of our workshops. She was so angry because she was so invested in her wonderful identity as a multitasker. She was so offended by me saying that multitasking isn't useful. She was angry, man. You remember that one, Ken?
Hello.
By the way, if you're here, hi.
Hello. Yeah.
We're cool.
We're cool.
We're cool. Oh, that's the thing. I'm not trying to be just nice. I'm not trying to be light. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to be kind, not nice. So I hope you don't mind. I'm trying to help, not to be, you know, pedestaled or crowned king or like that. I'm just trying to help. I'm good.
Wait lang, wait lang.
Okay. And
Okay.
by the way, uh, it's completely up to you uh, how and when you deem something as multitasking. But you know what we mean. However, in terms of productivity, the actual dangerous stuff is when you're trying to do two cognitively or mentally demanding things at the same time. It doesn't work. You know, you could do one thing and then have a carrier signal, like um, music that you don't have to, sing with, playing in the background, and then you're studying something. That's possible, yeah. But if you're trying to do two mentally demanding things at the same time, no, there's cognitive residue from one thing to the other. Sa Pilipino, may latak mula dun sa una. And you're losing, what's it? At least, um, yeah, 25 minutes in between trying to switch from task to task.
Okay. For me, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. For people, yeah, type done para alam namin.
Great.
Let us know if you need more time, so that we could hold a bit while you're answering.
Okay.
Comment so that we know you're done.
We're good?
Al said done. Jack said done. Dalawa pa. Dalawa pa. Type kayo para alam namin. Yan, Audrey said done. Oh.
Yeah.
Interactive
And
session
like,
nga eh.
yeah, and like
Ayan,
what
Mara
one
said
of our
done.
friends said, your context, so your Ken's context was para sa mga tamad. and then one of our friends commented, tamad ako eh. Di mo naman kailangan attend. Okay lang yun.
Okay lang, okay lang. Okay, most of it are done. They typed done already. We could go to number 13.
Cool. Yes, this is exactly what it sounds like. How much time a day do you spend managing time? Yes, it's vague. What do you think it means?
Okay. Done.
Cool.
Hindi. Kaya na. Change the answer. Okay. See.
Come on, aren't you interested in the interpretation?
Type done when you're done. Yeah. Done when you're done.
Done when you're done.
Done when you're done.
Are we good? We are now 42 minutes into this session.
RD and done. And done. Fem said done when you're done. Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very good. Very nice. Yeah.
Are you getting something from this, guys? Girls, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in between. Are you getting something from this session?
Ang sagot nila done. yes. Yes naman, syempre. Oh. Al said yes. Rose said yeah. Randy, yeah. Jack, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Number 14.
Aaron said
Number
yes.
14.
By
14, the way,
14.
if this thing that we're doing right now, it still doesn't feel aligned with you, you don't have to be on call. It's okay.
Okay, G. Doing things you don't feel aligned with in any way.
Yeah. So any form of emotional debris or resistance or like I don't have a choice. Well, whatever your reason or excuse or useful reason or true reason is, we get it. Life happens, we gotta do what we gotta do, but let's quantify that. Minutes, hours.
Okay.
Or you might be one of those great people where, they're tolerated for a minute, and then as soon as they find out they're doing stuff they don't like, they stop doing it. Nice. Yeah. Write it down. 1 minute. Great. Good job. It's cool. It's cool. Are we good? Are we done?
Yeah, for me, I'm done. Most of the things that I'm doing, even yung mga pinaprocrastinatean ko, I'm aligned with.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I like
Less,
doing it,
less,
yeah.
less burn. Less burn. And then
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't do something so much if you didn't like it, knowing you bad.
Done
That's
na,
the whole
done,
point.
done.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Everybody has different tolerances. So we're having a good close look at our own.
Easy.
Okay. How much time a day do you spend focusing on your own problems? Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah. You could call it many things. You could call it mental health issues as well. You could call it doing important work or planning your life, whatever you call it. Whatever it's like for you. How much time do you spend focusing on your own problems? Oh, and since majority of people on this call are freelancers. Come on, I bet you know exactly what I mean. When we're so invested in ourselves, we can't see the work we're supposed to be doing. Come on, know what I mean? Do you?
Oh, I remember a story, client, no? I think this is
Yeah.
one of your clients, eh. I experienced the same thing. Sabi
Mm.
niya, I'm depressed, doc. Coach, I'm depressed. So, in a day, gaano mo siya katagal iniisip? Whole day.
Mm.
24
Oh.
hours. Mm.
Oh.
Tapos, alam ko, ang naging comment mo, no, kahit kumakain ka, or kahit tumatay ka, depressed. Hindi naman. So, pagising mo, depressed ka na ba? Hindi naman. Also, quantify mo, ilan minutes, gaano katagal, gaano mo siya katagal iniisip per day.
Right.
Mm. Kaya ba yan eh, yung
Yeah.
na-dissociate mo kaagad sa whole day, diba? It's not, diba?
Yeah.
For most, it's not a whole day.
Either way you look at it, it's a very clarifying question. You
It's a
find out
clarifying question.
how much time you're wasting or not wasting on certain things. It's good either way. I'm surprised you can't see that as if you can't see that as a good thing.
Yeah, sabi ni Audrey, ang challenging ng questions. Kung naka-open yung mga mic nyo, tingnan nyo yung mga mata nyo, lahat nakatingin sa baba. Either nakatulala habang nag-iisip.
Audrey ba natin yun?
Oh, Lupena. Yeah, Audrey. What's up?
Hi.
Hey. Right.
Yeah, bigat ng questions, no?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teka lang, sagot ako muna yung 15. Teka lang. Okay, yeah. Okay. Done.
Gawa kaya tayong event na meron
Okay.
mga
Okay,
therapy, tapos kasama natin si Odds, no?
Yeah. When we have time, we could probably do some therapy work and direct coaching work for some people here.
Hey, call up with friends unlike yung Chinese New Year,
Gagawa ulit ako ng charity event.
Pwede.
We created one last year, right? So I could call on to coaches again if they want to volunteer.
I actually have some people asking about live events na eh. It's funny. Okay, anyway, are we done with this number?
Done. Type, guys, done na ba kayo? Mahirap sumunod eh kung hindi pa done eh.
Guys?
Audrey done, RD is done, Ken is done. Yeah, yep.
Uy,
Rose said yep. Ako yun. Kasali ako dito, no?
Tama naman, bro.
Done. And done. Alright.
Number 16.
Being unhappy.
How much time a day do you spend being unhappy?
This is hard, man.
I know, man. But tell you what, I've had days before where like it's really bad. Yeah. So it's nice. It's nice to not feel that way. You know,
Oh.
and even that's a good contrast. If you realize that you spend the most of your day not unhappy, that's a good thing to see. Like good for you.
Mm.
You know,
Uh,
you can use your energies on something else. Nice. A lot of people can't function. You can.
attend
Good.
kayo ng limitless. Yan. Um,
Mm.
So, nag-message sa akin yung bakit di ka masaya? Gago, 1 minute lang nilagay ko dito. Being unhappy. Quantify
Yeah.
mo lang ng
Oh.
seconds yun eh.
Okay lang yun. Ikaw ba, tol? 1
Happy
minute ka
ako
lang?
always. Bakit? Kasi pag quantify mo,
Yeah.
minsan may mga magti-trigger sa'yo. Meron pa rin times na there
Yeah,
will
pero
be
lilipas
times na
diba?
mabilis. Sa akin, hindi siya tumatagal because of like what we've been working on sa
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
I agree, bro.
Yeah.
There's stuff, there's stressors, there's life, and then there's how you take it. These are two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we good?
Oh, done. Type done. Para next na
Are
tayo.
you are you are you done
Uy.
being unhappy? Yeah.
Luis? What's up, man? Si Luis, andyan,
Luis,
no?
which one?
Andyan.
Which Luis?
Luis, our friend.
The anti-guru? Or the other one?
Yes.
Or the other one? Oh,
Yes.
he's alive.
He's alive.
He's alive. Kulang
Yeah.
na lang si Roy, so we could have like a Bachoy Goto etc. party.
Business. Okay.
Pares.
17 na tayo. Done na.
Ay.
Okay, done.
Whatever it is for you, how much time a day do you spend being in a counterproductive state of mind? This could include contemplating your failures, telling yourself a sad story. Oh God, yeah. Telling yourself a dramatic story. Whatever. Yeah. As long as it keeps you from or avoiding things, not in the mood. I don't feel like it. Whatever, counterproductive state of mind. Angry counts, if you spend a lot of the day feeling angry or anxious, I feel for you, man. I feel for you. I get it. But how much time do you spend doing that? Come on.
State of mind.
We are now 52 minutes into this session. I wonder if we're actually gonna make it to the other sections. Come on. Are we good?
Wait. Counterproductive.
Ken pa naglalaro ba ng Dota? Parang counterproductive state of mind ba yun?
Depende kasi bro eh. I mean, depende sa mindset mo dun. Kaya, depende yun.
Kumikita ka ba dun? Or ginagamit mo ba siya pang cycle para bumalik ka into the mood? Or, how much time do you spend there actually? Do you spend more time there than necessary to reset your mind? Do you spend more time there than just a break?
Okay. Great questions. Yeah.
If you're supposed to be spending the day creating funds because you can't do the damn vacation and you're not spending the day, creating funds. Yes, you're doing something counterproductive. What the F is that? And how much time are you spending there? We need cycles. We need breaks. It's true. You can't be on flow focus all the time, nonstop. No, it doesn't happen. Okay, but if you're spending more time than you thought, you know what it's like on Netflix? Just 5 minutes to take my mind off things, and then you're there for 5 hours. That's probably counterproductive. What you think?
Well, that definitely answered my question. Thanks.
Okay, hey, I hope that helps. We need to help.
Tinatanong ako ng asawa ko, ilan daw nilagay ko kasi buong araw daw ako naglalaro. 480. Honest ako. Dapat honest ka. Honest ako eh.
Pwede mo naman sabihin na kumikita ka naman eh. Kasi
hindi.
Games.
It's just
wala
fun.
na palang playing games ngayon. Ouch.
Fun. Sige. Okay. We're good.
Ah! Okay. How much time do you spend a day waiting for a better mood so you can start things or get some things done? Classic to tol eh. Mamaya na, hindi pa feel. Mamaya na, wala
Oh,
akong
buwan yung hindi ko feel eh. Hindi ko feel eh. Hindi ko feel gawin yan. Buwan.
No, 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 no. Ba't ko pahihira para sa sarili ko? No. Yeah. How much time do we so you spend waiting for a better mood? Yeah. Some people are very stoic. They don't even care if they're in a bad mood. So what? I have work to do. And you know, it's one of the things where it kind of speaks of like a privileged life. It happens at like third world versus first world. Um, in the first world, you know, first world countries, you know, they spend a lot of time wasting. But if you know, if you're struggling to live, if you don't, you know, if you die, if you stop working, you don't waste so much time on things which aren't work. So anyway, question stands. How much time do you spend waiting for a better mood?
Next question.
Yeah, who's this, please? Let's see.
Yeah, Luis Batchoy.
Cha.
Yeah,
What's up, what's up?
question dito kasi there are some things na I've put aside, like yung mga side projects, and there are things like mas urgent like client tasks yung dapat yung unahin. So counted ba
Right.
yun kapag yung yung side projects yung pinag-uusapan dito or overall?
Yeah, answer it how it hits you. This is an emotional
Okay.
question. We
All right.
had two questions specifically for that exact thing that you're talking about. We call it substitution in the work we do. When you end up doing work
Mm.
that seems useful but isn't actually the work that you should be doing at at that moment in time. We had two questions specifically for that. Worded and angled slightly differently, but yes, you still continue answering these questions the way they hit you. Okay.
All right.
So if you're
Gotcha.
doing the other things, bro, if you're doing the other things because you're avoiding how you feel about the other thing, and it's a mood thing, yes, that counts.
Okay. Sige.
You know.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for that question. This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing with this session. You know.
Gotcha. Okay.
These are nuances that you won't get with like just like a written online test. It's what we're trying to get at, really. Because that's very true, Luis. You know, there's stuff we can do,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
but and it looks like we're doing. It's still work. No, you're still busy. You're very very busy, in fact. But it's not what you should be doing. You internally know what you actually should be doing. You know. That's most cost effective. That's more useful. That'll set you up so you can do the other things you actually want to do. But there's this discomfort around that thing that you have to do. So you end up doing other things. Yeah, that's counted. That's a mood thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sige.
it's the mood. Okay, sige. Done. Type
Done.
in on that.
Next.
Yeah, you like the mood, right? Yeah, so number 19 na tayo.
How much time do you spend thinking about your past? Yes, that's the question. That's it. That's as simple as that. And this is a very important question. This question will make a hell of a lot of sense to participants of Limitless. I don't know who else would find this question useful, but yeah. How much time do you spend thinking about your past? And NLP people maybe, but not sure they say this.
Okay.
Are we good?
Done.
Yeah.
Done. For me, done. Waiting for the others.
Yeah.
Probably still thinking.
Yeah. So daydreams, when you wish things were like before, when you're just nostalgic and you spend an eternity in nostalgia. And even if it's a literal past like X, how much time a day do you spend thinking of him or her? Yeah, let's count it. Come on.
Sinagot mo din to, Strix, no?
Oh, yeah, dude. I ran these questions, by me as well. I
Siyempre.
looked at all of the research and data, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a hell of a lot of conversational hypnosis going on too.
Oh naman, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. 20.
How much time do you spend avoiding what seems difficult or feels like a lot of work? Dun 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 dun.
Waiting.
And for those of you who came late, you could just do a replay to catch up on the questions you didn't get, so you can get a more accurate assessment of your test results later. By the way, Ken, in case we don't get to the other sections, because there are 4 sections. In case we don't get to the other sections, right? If there's clamor or demand or desire for like the other parts, let me know if it's possible at all to pick up this conversation again with everyone. If they'd like. If they don't care, no problem.
Kung abot ngayon, tapusin natin. Kung may oras ka, tapusin.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dito na eh. Yung iba, pwede naman mag-tune out anytime eh. So,
yeah, it was nice having you. It was nice knowing you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, game. Tuloy natin.
Next. Hi. 21. How much time do you spend ignoring areas of your life that need more work? Business, finance, success, relationships. You're spending more time doing the other things because it's just too painful to do the other thing that you should be doing. How much time you spend ignoring areas of your life that need work?
Full day.
Ignoring? No.
Oh my God. Serious then.
Maybe we had episodes like that, but no. Being depressed sucks, man.
2 years daw. Hardcore yan, bro.
No, you can't fit 2 years in a day. This is just on a day.
A day lang, a day.
Okay.
A day lang, a day.
Yes.
So if
we feel you, man.
If it feels, yeah. Sure. If it feels like a whole 2 years, though, you can just write 24 hours.
Sige.
Something like that.
Ilang minutes a day yan.
And then, Ken, papasok yung Strix question. Really? You were depressed even while you were sleeping?
Oo nga, no? Hindi ko sagot yan eh.
Kilala mo yung isang ganun eh. Naging client muna natin, patient muna natin, tapos naging friend natin. Yeah.
8 ba yung kamay niya? Hindi, daw lang. Okay, sige. Sige. Move forward. Let's move forward, Strix. Let's not work with the past.
What? Don't know what you're talking about. What the hey? I ignore areas of your life. Need work. 22. Trying every new technique. Uy, that you run into. Okay. You're doing something else and then you run across something on your browser, on your feed, and then you click on it and then you're down a rabbit hole and then you're looking at all the techniques. Oh, this is new. I don't know about this. Yeah. Okay. So, how much time a day?
Pag in-adapt ko na to, lalagpas na to ng ilang araw na yun. Solid, man.
Yeah.
Done.
Great. By the way, if you're just here for entertainment, it's probably not that useful for you. We're not clowns. We're not here for entertainment. But if it's entertaining, we're happy. But that's kind of not the point. 23. Refusing to start on a project because it's not what you think you're passionate about. Yeah. In Fanfanganese, passionate with an F. Passionate. Passionate. You don't want to start on something because I'm not passionate about that, you know. It's kind of like a American millennial thing. No.
So mainly this is about how many minutes or hours you think about it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no. Yeah. Like resist it. Like I'd rather not work than do something I don't want. So I'll cry. Oh.
Okay. Done.
Yeah. Great. Everyone else?
Audrey's done. RD's done. Yeah.
Mm.
Good. Sa mga naka-PC dyan, copy-paste na lang yung done. Kasi may type nyo pa. Control V na lang yun, di ba?
Are you good?
I'm not passionate about washing the dishes, so I don't do it. Okay, sige, done. Yeah.
Sure.
Done.
Whatever. I mean, if there's no way that your dishes will fix themselves and you're supposed to do it eventually and you're avoiding it, that counts. You know, if for some reason your work magically does itself without you doing it, then you're fine. If you're supposed to be doing it and you're avoiding it, well, yeah. Are we done?
Hmm.
By the way, to our friends like Audrey, Luis, are you enjoying the show?
Oh, bruh, very. And education
Yeah.
also.
Oh yeah. And as a copywriter, I hope you see the magic juice.
Yes, my pattern.
Yeah, but this one kasi it's more than just copywriting. It's more than just eliciting pain. But it's pain with a point. It's meant to clarify stuff that people usually never see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, for contrast, here's number 24. Avoiding continuing work on projects. You started it, but you don't feel like it anymore. Oh, whatever. As long as you're avoiding continuing. Okay. Oh, and for contrast, you know, if you like pain, you could have attended the Tony Robbins Date with Destiny thing. It's just 10K USD for 6 days for Diamond. I think it's 9K for VIP and for how much is it? 4 or 5 or something. I don't know for general admission. Yeah. But for 10K, you could be within spitting distance of Tony Robbins, like in the mosh pit. And if he speaks loudly, you can get some nice juice.
You could get the mood.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some people really need an event, you know, in order to begin to change their lives. And if you like that stuff, if you like experiential stuff, if you're a fan of Tony Robbins and pain, oh yeah, Date with Destiny is something, you know. It's just I think 5 to 10K plus. Doesn't include your travel, doesn't include your hotels, you know.
Done.
Or you could do the work we're doing. And this is probably more clarifying. I don't know, maybe. How much time a day do you spend refusing to complete projects? These are different questions. They look the same. It's like you're 95% done, but you don't feel like completing it. Oh, that happens.
Okay, done.
Good. Everyone else?
Sabi ni Dave, some of the questions are not answerable with time frames. Pag ganun, first thought ako, kung ano yung first thought that comes to mind. Kaya minsan meron ako dito mga 5 minutes, 10 minutes na sagot.
Yeah. They're all answerable in minutes. And if your
Minutes,
if
minutes.
if it doesn't apply to you, then the answer is zero,
Zero.
and you're living a glorious life. Beautiful, congratulations, happy for you.
Yung
Truly.
mga quick thoughts, like, yung parang nadaanan lang ng inisip ko lang siya, mga 1 minute yung
Yeah,
nilalagay
1 minute,
ko. Yeah.
sure.
1 minute,
You
yeah,
know,
1 minute.
30 seconds. You know, benefits of limitless.
1 minute. Meron ako sagot dito. Yung pinakamahaba akong sagot dito, 480 minutes eh. Maraming ganun. Mga 8 hours ko siya ginagawa or more
Okay, I get that.
in one day.
Alright.
Yeah.
Guys, the answer is still in minutes or hours. Okay, and if it's zero for you, congratulations. You know, just try zero and carry on. Okay, but the output is minutes or hours and hours. Okay, 26.
Mm-hmm.
How much time you spend in that mystical, magical phase where not starting? You're not starting in that phase of I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna begin. Inertia, stagnation, whatever, regression, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Mamaya, later, di ko feel. So what? How much time? Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. You good?
Mhm.
Wow, I really wish like the copywriters who are on this course see the juice that's in it, and maybe consider helping us out. I don't know, maybe. 27. Not doing the little work you could have done to start the project. You could have started, but you didn't. You know, it doesn't take much, but it's a small thing. Or it's a small thing, but I don't feel like it. Whatever, you know. You could have put in a little work, but you didn't. You know. You could have started somehow. Yeah. And there's this funny thing called compound gains. You could have benefited from compound gains. You know, doing a little bit of the mundane every day to create magic within a year.
Okay, done.
Great. 28. Not doing something because it felt hard. It didn't feel easy. How much time do you spend not doing?
Okay, done.
Everyone, we're good? 29. Not doing something because it was outside of your comfort zone, was new, or was what you're used to. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Teka lang. Si Luis done na.
Instantly skills action. You could have learned the skill, but it's too much trouble to learn the skill. Maybe I won't learn the skill. Takes too much to think about, too much strategy, too much study.
Done.
No, I won't. We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 30. Indiscriminately doing all sorts of action without finding out the effect of your action. This is kind of like the opposite of the other questions. This is question of, just randomly firing without checking if what you're doing is right. Fire in any direction. Random shoots. Indiscriminate action. Not even checking positive or negative. What are the results of what you're doing?
Okay. Done. Medyo
Wow, are we
mahirap siya
actually
sagutin,
clear?
Medyo mahirap siya
Yeah,
sagutin,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Kasi sumasapol siya dun sa ibang aspects eh. So parang, there are times that yung question is focused on like, I'm doing that like 8 hours a day. Or more than 8 hours a day. Like, most of the day that I'm awake. So parang nilalagay ko na yung full day na 16 hours ganun. 20 hours, yeah. Minsan 4 hours lang ang tulog. 20
Wow.
hours, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you though. Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
31. Repeatedly doing unrewarding tasks that are ultimately useless. Sometimes we're just used to doing stuff, and we never bother to check if we're doing quality work or useful work, or if it counts at all. And for the overachievers, sometimes we do other people's work so that they don't learn the lesson, so they don't get the point. Because it feeds our ego, or because we can't take it that they're doing a bad job. Whatever your excuses are, doing things which are unrewarding. Oh God, I remember coaching like very few rare people, or trying to coach them. But there's some people who are just uncoachable at a certain point in time. Man, I wasted so many hours. Contextual thing, isn't it? You gotta check. You gotta find out.
Done, yeah.
32. Backtracking from where you've already made progress. You're a little forward already, but you go back to check. Whatever reason you have, whatever reason, you know, mood, perfection, motivation, whatever. Yeah. Gotta check, gotta be sure. Don't even know why I'm here again, but I'm here again. You could do the next thing, but no. Are you done? Are you done? Everyone else, can we just hear your voices? Are you actually still in the call?
Sino pa nandito?
Oh yeah.
Si Luis, si Audrey, yan dito.
Hello, friends.
RD,
Are we good?
dito pa.
Done.
32.
Cool.
Okay. Done.
Great. By the way, everyone, are you kind of getting the point? Yeah, there's more than one point, but I hope you're kind of getting the point of why we're doing this. 33. How much time you spent staying where you are when you could have moved forward? Yes, it's a similar question. It's not the same question. Yes, it's a box thing. Yes, it's a comfort zone thing. Yes, it's a cognitive bias thing. Whatever excuse or reason or naming for it is. Yeah. How much time do you spend staying where you are rather than moving forward? It's not right. It's not perfect. I don't want to do the other things yet. Come to think of it, the economy is really painful, no? Let's see, if you're not getting paid now, uh, between 7 and 9.5% better than last year, your job isn't even competing with inflation rate. Horrible. It's like you're being underpaid 7 to 9.5% when you were paid last year. Ooh, Optimus make echo. Okay. Are we done? Hello?
Yeah, done.
Okay. How much time do you spend per day losing control when you could have found a way to keep track of things or stay on top of things? It's kind of a project management question. It's kind of a tracking question. It's kind of like a tasking question. In some coaching circles, we call this, losing the ball. It's kind of like basketball. At any given point in time, you got to know where the ball is and who the ball is with. Are we done?
Wait now. Oh, done. Yeah.
Number 35. How much time do you spend not noticing problems that tend to happen again and again? This one again? Yes, this one again. Recurrent, repetitive, recalcitrant, recurring.
Done.
Great. How much time a day do you spend, minutes or hours, avoiding mentally or cognitively demanding but highly valuable work? Could have been worth more through time. You could have been paid more for it. But you don't want to have to think so much effort. For Cal Newport fans, yes, this is a deep work question. Yeah, there are $10 an hour tasks, there are $1 an hour tasks, there are $1,000 an hour tasks, there are $1,000,000 an hour tasks. You could have done something more cost effective or useful, but you didn't. Too much thinking.
Done.
Right? How much time have you spent refusing to look beyond your current circumstances? Like all you could see is how bad things are. And then you wallow in depression and self-pity. So not only are you stagnant, you feel how much it sucks to be stagnant, and you stay there. The pain. Are we good?
So kung refuse to look, ibig sabihin ng zero. Pwedeng zero.
Oh, like if you spend hello?
Yeah, listening.
Yeah. If all you can see is your current circumstances, okay? Look, okay. So refusing to look beyond your current circumstances. Let's break this down. So, you could look at more than your problems if you're just focused on your problems and you're sa Tagalog dinamnam mo lang, tas hanggang dun ka lang. Okay, and you spend like 8 hours a day there. Or if if you as soon as you notice things are bad, you snap out of it. Okay, what can I do? Then you spend very little time here.
Thanks.
You got it?
Got it.
Yeah. It's a negative hypnosis thing, We're mesmerized in a bad way by the world, by ourselves. There's like a third of these that are really mind-bending questions, actually. Or fans of hypnosis. Are we good? Yay! How much time have we spent avoiding opportunities? And this isn't just like MLM or BizOp, but like actual opportunities. Like, you could have invested time to do something, learn something, explore something. could have worked on your beliefs, could have changed, picked up a new skill, you could have taken some action, but you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. Have you seen that new meme, Ken, where they like twist their body, they're avoiding a stick, and it goes do 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 do.
Yeah. Pero favorite meme ko kasi ngayon si Caloocan Boy eh. Pero yeah, nakita ko yun yung ganun. Ganun.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it. That's the meme.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, ginagawa daw nila Audrey yung meme na yun. Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, now your task is to total the number of minutes or hours. So your answer will become number of minutes or hours per day. Okay? So examples are 10 hours per day, 1 hour per day, brilliant human being, 5 minutes per day only. Sure. Whatever it is for you. No good or bad answers, just useful answers, just revealing answers. Are you ready? Have you made total? Please say yes verbally. Please chime in.
Anong total? Total na namin?
Yep. Please total them.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done.
Wait lang.
If you're done, by the way, can I start to hear, like, what was your total? Once you have your total, can you speak that to the mic, please? Hello?
Ito. In minutes, pag ginawa ko tong hours, divided by 16.
Yep.
78.85.
Per day?
Hindi kasi halo-halo yun
Yeah.
yung questions mo eh. So, may mga times kasi doon na ang sagot ko doon talaga yung reverse yun eh. Which is like my whole day. May sagot ako minsan 1,000 to like 20 hours eh. 1, 2.
Oh, wow. Right.
So, may
I get
multiple times na ganun. May 1, 2, may 480 hours. May 8 hours ko siyang ginagawa a day, more than 8 hours. Ganun.
Wow.
Mm.
There's good and bad to that. The fact that you can still do well despite that number of hours. Wow.
Yun yung
Tells us you're
magic.
rich. Hey, you can afford to do it. So, which is remarkable.
Hindi. Ano lang. Focus on fun.
I hear you. Now that's another thing. If you can have fun and still do the work of your life, it's a different story if you're like a trust fund kid who doesn't need to work at all. But how do you learn from life if it gives you no input?
Okay, answers guys. Kay 27.5 kay Audrey.
Per day. Oh, I hear you. Okay. Are we good?
Waiting for answers from other people.
What the answer that I have is I don't think I would want to total it because I don't think it would make sense for me. But looking at the list and seeing where the bulk is,
Who is this?
it's Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think doon nag-glare yung sense ng activity. So para sa akin that's for me. So
You didn't think it made sense to make a total?
Because the kasi gaya nga na sinabi ni Ken, ba? Na parang there are questions here that are actually may mga questions dito na ang sagot ko is Pucha, ilang oras ba ako nagdodota? Ilang questions yun?
Ilang
Yun yung-
questions yun, yeah. Ilang
Oo.
questions yun.
Di ba,
So, for
di ba, Ken?
example,
Di ba?
8,
Oh.
8,
Right,
8
right.
to 12 hours ako nagdodota ML Valorant a day, 16 hours, for example.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
may
Gotcha.
multiple questions na yun yung sagot na 16 hours. So,
Oo.
multiple
Sure.
questions, 16 hours yung sagot ko.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
man.
parang yung ano doon na hindi the total would not make sense to me at all, pero I mean the highlight pag tinignan mo yung buong list, somehow it does make sense because
Great.
now
Okay.
now you know kung ano yung ano mo.
Yeah, kaya
Parang-
nag-total ako
Exactly.
bro ng ng mga nasa 4,000 plus.
Di ba?
Yeah.
At that point parang
Uy, per
pucha pag
day,
ginawa
ha?
4,000
Day?
parang putang ina,
Hindi,
dami ko
kasi
na
nga,
nasabi.
yun nga, Strex, dun nga, dahil nga dun sa, may multiple questions na sa utak namin, it's the same thing that we're doing eh. Kumari, in a day, where, as a gamer, I play. As in,
Gotcha.
like, the whole
Gotcha.
day. So, for like,
Gotcha.
excluding food, excluding sleep, excluding everything, that sums up like around 10 hours, 8 to 12 to
I hear you.
16 hours a day.
I hear you.
Diba?
So with these things, you can consolidate the numbers. If they and you can see that from your list. If example, if it's 8 hours per day, each number where you answered 8 hours and it's exactly the same activity, you could consolidate that to a single log of 8 hours.
Yun,
The
kaya nga,
questions, however,
Okay.
kaya ako nga sinabi na it doesn't make sense to total kasi that
Gotcha. Gotcha. And that's kind of the point. So the questions are worded slightly differently because people are very good at hiding. And these questions are meant to dig at that. Not everybody can be this transparent or this honest and they can see exactly what activities, or it's not even clear to us how much time we're wasting on certain things. Yeah. But when you go back to your list, bro, you're going to see, 8 hours per day, several times, and it's exactly the same thing. Oh, you can consolidate that 1 8 hour entry. That's fine.
Okay, got it.
But here's your chance. You actually get to see, that's what I spend my day on. And you can go back to the test results that we're going to go through and then reevaluate yourself later. Pero I hope you kind of, it's like an eye opener for, that's where my hours go. Is this making sense for you, bro?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for clarifying.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Mukhang pareho lang kami ng sagot ni Dave eh. So,
di,
I hear you.
di ba, Ken?
mukhang pareho kami ng sagot eh.
And this is why we're doing it. This is why this is an interactive session for questions, for exceptions exactly like these. So you get it. Because there are several ways to do this. It's just too tedious to do it without human intervention for certain things.
Okay.
Are you good?
Got it,
Okay.
bro. Thanks for clarifying.
Okay. So later you can go back to the results, but for everybody else whose answers seem to make sense, just go with interpretation for now. Okay, and then you can come back to the interpretation after you've consolidated your results, because you'll start to see in clusters. Oh, I spend this day daydreaming. I spend this much of the day thinking about the past. Oh, I spend this much of the day with substitutions for the things I should be doing. Oh, I spend this much of the day entertainment, and it's because of the pressure, or or I spend this much of the day, doing these games because they help me cycle off into a better mood. But then I end up spending more time there than I should, and then you could quantify those and break them down later. Okay, is this making sense as a way to look at how you're using your day, everyone?
Yeah. Ako, sa akin.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, here's interpretation for those of you whose lists make sense, and then for everybody else, you can come back to the set of interpretations later on via the recording, courtesy of our brother Ken. Okay, here we go.
Sa off, yeah. Naka-record sa off, yeah.
For those for whom this absolutely is not a bother at all, and you only spend up to from minutes. Actually, how many hours is it or minutes is it for everyone? Like, what's the low ball? What's the high ball? Can you type down your answers, or can you shout them to the microphone? Hello.
Baka nahihirapan pa sila mag-consolidate.
Baka nag-consolidate pa yung iba eh.
I hear you.
Yeah. Sa akin, siguro it depends eh. Kaya nga yung tinuturo ko is productivity para sa mga tamad na kagaya ko eh.
I
Kasi
hear you. Pero,
I still get things done from time to
Yep.
time.
I hear you.
Oo, from time to
Cycling lang,
time.
cycling. I get
May
that.
cycle ako. So may araw
Cycling.
talaga na fuck it.
Pero tingnan
Bala
mo
kayo.
yung, so yun later, for the exceptions, mag-average ka na. Tapos you start to see na meron ka palang pattern, like I spend 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So it's a very quantifying way of being able to see things that usually you won't see. Oh, I have this pattern where I'm completely useless for 2 weeks, and then I'm hyper productive for like 3 days, and then I'm sick for 2 days.
Yeah.
you get to see patterns. You get to see patterns.
Yun yung what I've learned sa lahat ng sessions mo, yung sa creating systems and understanding more of your personal systems so that you can create a better system that would work for you.
Yeah. So, sustainable, and then whatever your other parameters are. Like for Ken, I understand, bro, it's got to be one, fun before it's sustainable. And if it's both sustainable and fun, this is good.
Yeah, this is good. So pag may times na, even though I align with it, but at that time, it's not fun, I won't do it. I
hear you. I hear you. I get this. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody else, are you done? Come on, it doesn't take that long.
One. Yeah.
Overall, I have to side with Ken and Dave then.
Yeah.
Quantify ko na. There are times talaga. There are times na ganun eh. So, pero if like working with productivity and getting things done and working with procrastination, so magandang eye-opener tong session na to. Very, very good eye-opener.
Yeah. Luis. Was that
yes,
Luis?
Sir.
Yeah. What are your cycles like? Are you like a bum for 2 days or 2 weeks? Or how long are you on and off? What are your cycles like?
Yeah, pagka trabaho talaga, I focus na. Pero yung
gaano katagal yung focus sprints mo? Like days ba yun, hours?
Consistent naman ako sa when it comes to work. I have to finish it. Kung may deadline, I have to finish it at the end of the day. Tatapusin ko yon. Ganon. So, yung activity na to, na-dig up niya yung hindi sa work-related, pero yung something personal development, like working out. Yun yung I've been putting it aside since 2020. Sure. So yun yung mostly of the highest hours na nasa listahan ko na kung sumatotal mo, fuck ang
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, bro. Also you'll tend to have cycles. Okay, so what are your cycles like? Like in a month, like what does it take for you to notice your cycles? Like some people days lang yung cycling eh, like every other day. Some people are like a bum for 2 weeks and then functional for 2 weeks. What's it like for you?
Sa akin, I use ano tawag dito? I use time blocking. So parang nababalance ko yung lazy ass ko and being productive. So if like I finish a difficult task for naka-block na yun eh. Kung mag-work ako ng 3 to 4 hours.
Ano to? Per day balanced ka?
Per day,
it takes a week para mag-even out ka? Per day, yeah. Okay. So you can still quantify. It doesn't make sense for you to not be able to quantify actually. Okay?
Pero yung
I'll give you the rest.
Yung saan dito yung ano talaga eh, yung na-dig up mo yung nagpo-procrastinate ako about my health. So doon yung hindi ko ma-measure.
Okay, you take the total, you look for the common number of hours, and then chances are, if they're centered around the same thing, you can consolidate them. Ano bang largest common denominator mo? How many hours? Meron kang entry, it's the same entry again and again.
Yeah. Meron akong dalawang 8 hours kasi ito yung sinabi ko kanina 2 years.
You take, is it the same activity?
Yes, related dun sa fitness.
Okay, so you can consolidate those. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you start seeing those and then you consolidate them. If the number of 8-hour activity, 4-hour activity, you consolidate all the 4 hours, consolidate all the 8s if they're exactly the same activity. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then you'll still come up with something. For the others, it's more difficult because they spend some time in hibernation. So like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. To get a snapshot, they need a 1 month look. So they have both the positive and negative. And then you have to average out the month, and then you have to average out the days. Does that make sense?
Okay, okay.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yes.
So kung ikaw, for you, if you're fairly average per day, you can still count per day. You just consolidate the hours which are repetitive.
Okay.
Okay.
Sige.
But for a lot of people kasi, until they do this exercise, they don't realize that there are certain activities, okay, or they pretend it doesn't happen until the question eats at them at a particular way, and then they say, this is it. Okay. Most people, they never notice how much time they waste. Good?
Okay. Yes.
All right, all right.
Gotcha.
All right. And then you can go back to this interpretation list later, bro. Okay. So,
All right. Sige.
okay. And here you go. So, if you spend just up to an hour, that's amazing. You hardly procrastinate at all. Less than 1% of the world can consistently function at this level. You are inhuman. Congrats. Is anyone in this category actually? What's this? What's the lowest number for everyone? Let's start there. What's the lowest number? Hello? Hello?
5 hours daw kay RD. 5
5
hours.
hours.
5 hours lowest kay RD. Meron pa ba? Meron bang lower than 5 hours here? Meron ba?
Okay.
I think
Here we
wala.
go.
5 hours.
Okay. So 4.5 up to 6 hours. Okay. At this level, it's already possible that you don't get any consistent deep work done daily. Deep work is mentally or cognitively demanding tasks which are highly valuable. They take a lot of thinking, but they can make you a hell of a lot of money. Okay, and they're very difficult to copy or duplicate. So very few people actually spend the time doing them. Okay, so if it's just 5 hours, 4.5 to under 6 hours at this level, you're already a bit compromised. Okay, you don't get as much deep work done daily as you could have, and you're unable to consistently produce this deep work, which is difficult to copy, mentally demanding, highly valuable work that the world would have paid you for handsomely. Wasted opportunity, so to speak. Higher than that, did that hit the bar for you? I mean, did you feel that answer? Who was that? Who was that, Ken?
Come again?
Sino yung 5 hours?
Si RD dyan.
Yeah, RD. Did this answer resonate with you? Like you're doing great, but you could do better. Is that a yes or a for a no?
Ako yung umubo eh. Ako yung umubo.
Ay. Yeah, did this horoscope hit you? Hello?
RD, yeah. Any comments with that?
Did this response make sense for you? I'm fascinated that you hardly waste time. It's magnificent. Galing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than 5 hours, nandun na tayo sa 6 hours up to under 7
6
hours.
Yeah, under 7 hours, your ability to strategically plan your day and produce highly valuable work is already compromised. You can't strategically plan anymore. 7 hours up to under 8 hours, you're already firefighting. You jump from deadline to deadline and spend more time than you would like dealing with urgencies. Yeah, little fires that you haven't had a chance to deal with before they became problematic. I wonder if this is making sense. 8 to 9 hours. Chances are you already compromised personal time. Yeah. That you could have spent working on yourself or improving yourself or enjoying yourself, and you chances are already feel compromises across the areas of your life, health, relationships, or finances. They could be so much better, but they aren't, and now you kind of know why. Yeah. 9 hours up under 10 hours. I'll bet you have a lot of backlogs. And you may have left so much more undone than you were aware of before you did this exercise. Am I hitting anything, guys? Girls, ladies, gentlemen?
Di ko pa masagot kasi wala pa ako dyan eh. So, yeah. Wala pa ako dyan.
10
For
hours
others
or more?
ba, meron ba dyan na nasa 10 hours? 10 hours, total?
No,
Consolidated total?
skip.
Max 8 hours daw si, Audrey. 8 hours.
Great. You know, if you're working alone, you're compromising the other areas of your life. If you're working with other people, you're probably compromising personal time. I wonder if that made sense for you. You could do better. So much better. Okay. 12 hours or more? Anyone in this range? 12 to 18 hours. Yeah, it's a large gap. No one? 18 hours to 19.
18 yan dyan.
It's likely you're already compromising your health. Uy, Luis, ano number mo?
20.
19 hours or more. 18
Ano?
to 19 hours or more.
Starting 18 hours. Swak ba, pare? It's like
Sa letter M ako. Baba pa.
Ano, M ka pa? Okay, sige. While this isn't medical advice, you're probably compromising not just your physical but your mental health. Please see your doctor.
Nadali mo.
Yeah. And very often at this number, so far dun sa tests, it's kind of like a litmus test already, a marker for have you had anxiety, depression, panic attacks, have you been on medication, have you tried drugs you probably shouldn't, have you tried entertainment and leisure and diversions, and you spend too much time on them, so it's probably an addiction. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of that, and a lot of substitution, work that we could be doing, we're replacing with work that, it looks like work, but it doesn't really get anything done for us. Yeah, that's starting at this number. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I hope this hurt you at least a little bit. Guys and girls, is it okay? Can you tolerate 2 very short talks? Can you do that? Is that okay?
Yeah, G, man.
Okay, here we go. So, Luis.
Yep.
Aliga, pare. Sasaktan kita.
Nasaktan mo na nga eh.
Cost of income lost, pare. Okay, here's the question, okay? At your current steady state, how much do you make per hour?
Sure. Wait lang.
You don't have to answer that, no? You don't have to answer that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not to us, but to yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Tapos, at your highest, like, you could be making, because you've made that in the past, merong highball di ba? Like, that's your potential, and it's not a delusion because you've made that much money. Hindi lang consistent, right? And then you take the average. Okay, so here we go. How much money do you make per hour? Okay, so you have a number. Make it in dollars. You got it?
Wait lang. Sige. Yep.
Okay, great. How much could you make? Highball. You've done
Per
this
hour?
before. You've
Okay, per hour.
Yeah. You've closed better clients. You've closed your ideal clients. You've done really well. You've done you had 20 enrollees for a course or something.
Okay.
Okay, so you take the two, then you get an average, huh? Okay, and you factor this in also. If you're estimating like a week or a month, how many days per week do you usually work? Okay. But you take the first two numbers, and so you take how much you make at low ball and how much you make at high ball, and then you get average income per hour. Okay.
Mhm.
Invent a number. It doesn't have to be true. Give me a number, like $100 per hour. What?
Oh,
Just
yung
invent one.
yung answer sa number
Yeah.
1 to number 2.
No. Answer dun sa 1 and 2. So you take answer sa number 1, answer sa number 2. Kahit dito to. Kahit
Yeah.
invent
Sige,
lang.
sige. Let's say $100 for number 1.
Okay.
So number 2 is $1,000.
Right. Okay, you take an average.
Right now, so nothing.
Yeah, 550.
Wait.
Oh, 550. Okay. So you take 550 multiplied by 20 hours.
550. Putang ina, 11K.
So, bro,
Yeah.
here's how much you could be making if this is in clear language we call it at your best. How much could you be making at a sustainable best? Yeah. On the other hand, here's good news, dude. You'd be making 11K per day, easy. And then the marketing question, and then the copywriting question, but you're not.
Yes.
Can we continue? Everyone else, are you starting to get the point here? Everyone. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. Are we good? Can we proceed?
Yeah.
It won't take long. Great. So again, here was an example. If you spend half of what Luis says, like 10 hours per day, 100 USD, for example. Okay. So that's 10 times 100. So 1,000 USD from procrastinating daily. Luis could have made 11K more per day that he strategized to do things better. Okay. And then you can extrapolate per month, per year, by just figuring out how many days per week and per month you work. Okay. And then you'll come up with a number.
Is this the same guy that has been procrastinating because of his health? I mean,
Which one?
Yeah.
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
Luis, personal question. It's okay if you don't want to answer. Are you overweight like me?
Yeah.
Like overweight.
Technically sa scale, yes. Pero hindi siguro masyado halata kasi matangkad ako. Pero if you're gonna ask me that question, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, well, the reason why I'm asking is that maybe, ano mo yun, baka this would relate more to you if you convert it into kilograms instead of
I get the point. This
pesos.
is true, and this is a useful way of looking at it. But humans are holographic, so eventually your business, finance success will overlap with your health, will overlap with your relationships. Eventually, your compromise in one will compromise across the other areas of life. And there's a separate set of questions for where you were headed. Was it Dan, bro? Is it Dan?
Ano siya, parang meron siyang tono kasi na parang he's not that concerned with money, parang ganon.
Oh, I get it. Wait, what's your name? Sorry, I can't see you.
Dave.
Right. Yeah, I get your point. I get that feeling too. Money probably doesn't bother you much either. No, Dave?
Me? Money?
Hello?
No?
Yeah. I get that. I get that completely. So the thing is though, for a lot of people, the reason why this part was built into the test, for a lot of people at a certain level of consciousness, like money is the only way to get them to pay attention. it's weird, it's funny, and that's why it's all over copywriting. You know, it's still what hooks a lot of people, and so a hell of a lot of questions, like 80% of the succeeding questions, have nothing to do with money because they're a look at other areas of life. But yeah, for a lot of people, money is the only way they'll pay attention. Kasi, so I completely get what you mean. But the thing is, so eventually, all of our areas of life bleed into each other. There are three main areas: business, finance, success, which is one. The work of life, and there's health, and then there's relationships. Eventually, our compromises to health will hit our business. It's not sustainable. Or our compromises to health will hit our relationships, or our compromises and relationships will hit the other areas. Yeah, that's what tends to happen over time. Just because, well, humans were holographic. It's one human. It's not just certain areas of life. So eventually, I bet you kind of know what we mean. It's not a sustainable game if we don't pay attention to the other parts of us. Does that kind of make sense, Dave? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I love your question, by the way. Really, really useful for clarifying. And in fact, before I proceed, like real quick, did this impact anyone? Was this useful for anyone? This stage of the game, this stage of this exploration of ourselves. Was this useful?
Yeah.
Hang on. Here's the other side. Okay. Here's another way of looking at things, bro. And Dave, here's partly pointing to where you're headed, and then there's a whole other set for the other things that you talk about too. But here's another way of quantifying cost experiences. Okay, so if you think of the entirety of life, there's what you experience and what you remember. No matter how philosophical anyone gets about the meaning of life, blah blah blah, all you have of your life is what is what you do, enjoy, what you experience, and what you remember. Nothing else. Sorry, I could be wrong, but prove me wrong. I'm okay with that. But in all of my exploration, all we have of life is our experiences and memories. And so my invitation is this: if that's all we experience of life, why not spend our time making good experiences and good memories, since that's the entirety of our experience of life. So yeah, here's the other set of questions: non-financial, but impacted by financial as well. Taking on the thread. So, for example, bros and ladies, what experiences do you enjoy? What could you be doing that you can't? Or what would you like to do? Or what have you enjoyed in the past that you want to do more of? What experiences do you enjoy, would like to enjoy?
Paano kung ano to, yung Dota to eh. Parang biglang pumasok lang sa ano.
Yeah,
For me, this is Dota
Sige lang. Yeah, sige lang, tol. Okay, ganun example Kasi what will happen is, parang ganito yung lalabas equation, okay? How would I need to set up my life so that I can afford to spend as much time I like in Dota? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Yun, exactly. And that's fine. No right or wrong. It is what it is for you. And if you derive some experience and enjoyment from that, sure. No harping on it, man. Yeah. That's kind of the point. And then the reverse question also: is there something else you'd like to try other than Dota? Are there things you'd like to explore? It doesn't matter if it's just another game. That's still okay. That's your call, bro. So, one, what experiences do you enjoy? Yeah, write down a few. And even if it's Dota, write it down, man. Kind of the point is, what can I not enjoy so much of because I compromise myself in time and energy and attention across other areas of life. I'll give you an example from my side. My experience of life is such that so far, to the best of my understanding, I can tolerate like 1 to 2 weeks per month in some other country somewhere in the world and enjoy myself and not freak out. If I do totally nothing for more than 2 weeks, I can keep a clear head, but it already disturbs me that I'm not doing stuff. Okay, so I need, uh, you know, it'd be useful for me to have like 2 days a month off, up to 2 weeks a month off. Okay, so let's pretend that in a year, 2 months off would be beautiful. Okay, and then the question would be, how do I set up my life so that I can afford to do that in time, in relationships, in health, in funds, resources, in connections? How do I set up my life so I can do that? Right? Is this making sense to everyone, including Luis, Dan? Yeah, Dave? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, all right. So, what experiences do you enjoy? What's your favorite experience of all? If it's Dota for you, sure, man.
Winning in Dota.
Sige lang, sige lang. O yun kung tol. Kung winning in Dota, how do I set up my life so that I can spend more time winning? See, that's a different question. Not just playing, but winning. So it is what it is for you. So whatever your peak experience is, okay? And how much would it cost for you per day to exclusively be able to do this? It could be that you've already set yourself up for life. A lot of the bros became multimillionaires and billionaires with crypto, and they're just coasting on the money they made during that time and that they invested, so they can afford to do whatever they want with their lives. That's fine. If you're not there, how do you set yourself up to do that? Yeah, and if you're already independently wealthy, but you want to do other stuff, you want to contribute to other people, but you haven't been able to take care of them or to pursue other passion projects or contribute to the world, like, why aren't you? And what would it take so you can structure your life to do those other things, or to do those things, or to do those experiences? Right? So figure out a way to quantify that, whether it's hours, whether it's connections, whether it's amount of money. Cool. So just an example here for people who like to travel, maybe like, I don't know, Audrey. Okay. So there's the opportunity cost of how much time you spend procrastinating. You could have made a certain amount of money. You could have spent more time with connecting people because you didn't make a certain amount of money. And then you just find a way to quantify that. Okay. So by example, if you could have made 240,000 that you lost, okay, because you didn't do certain things, okay, that could have amounted to like almost 30 days a year that you could have just, if your peak experience is being on the beach doing nothing, how do I set up my life so that I can actually afford, manage time, energy, attention, resources, health, people, business, finance? How do I set up my life so I can actually do that? If your peak life experience is catamaran and doing nothing and just enjoying yourself, not having to wake up early, and just enjoying slow breakfast and bread at 1 p.m., how do you set up your life to do that? If truly that's what you want, how do you do that? How do you get there? Cool. Everyone, are you still on the call?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. I hope this has been an eye opener. There's a whole other set of questions, but that's a very long set of questions, and it centers around the emotional burden, or how much of it is caused by emotions. And if your answer for the number one, like, you're like really low on the number of hours spent doing something else, chances are the emotional burden isn't so high, and you can conveniently skip this part. Okay, but for some people, a lot of time is spent in avoidance and stagnation and inertia every day, and so we need to quantify how much of it is because of poor strategic planning. Is it because I don't have the information, or is it because of emotional debris, friction, or burden? And so that's the other set. But this is a long set of questions. But I hope so far this has been a useful journey. I hope this made sense. I hope you found this useful, everyone. Can we get feedback?
Yeah, daming realization, bro. Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Cool.
ang important na lang dito is, yun nga, as I always say, awareness, di ba? As we
Yeah.
get to be aware of it, now
Yeah.
that leads to a decision.
Yeah.
Diba?
Can possibly brother get like a quick share, like even if it's just 10 seconds from people? Can you share what you got the most from this? Like, what's your biggest thing?
Si Audrey, wala siyang mic eh. So, I'll just read what she typed. I
Yeah,
love this
please.
exercise. I can see it in a way like reward-inducing siya para hindi daw siya taparin.
Beautiful. May quote nga yung asawa mo na tuntua ako eh. Ano to? Parang it sounds like matakaw ako, kailangan masipag ako.
Kailangan niya magsipag. Mga
Ano
ganun.
to?
Dahil magastos siya, kailangan niya magsipag.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard another version of this. Ano to? Strix, you like nice things. You can't afford to be lazy.
Yeah, that could be said that way also.
Yeah.
Other people here in the call, anything that you got out, any
What's the biggest thing for you?
realizations, the biggest thing that you've got out of this call?
You stayed
yeah.
on this call this long. You must have gotten something from it, and I'd love it if you share. And your answers are useful for everyone else. Please, kahit quick lang, if you would kindly.
Hello, pwede ako mag-share.
Ayan, may mic ka pala
Yes,
eh.
please. Yes, please.
Ako, I like, I love the idea how, parang, how do I say it? Kasi ako, when I think of things, tinitingnan ko siya in, kung paano ko siya paliliitin. Kasi when you see things so big, parang so vague siya eh. So ngayon, dahil chinap-chop natin siya, to the point na, ito yung mga pinaprocrastinate kong hours. Ito yung probability na amount of money na nalulose ko na sana nagagamit ko siya into other things. So, kasi ang nangyayari sa akin is, natatapos na yung journey ko dun sa, nalalaman ko lang yung mga nawawalang time sa akin pero hindi ko na-realize na okay, tama pala kasi if moving forward I could have done so much more, parang ganon. So parang nadugtungan yung thought process ko into a next step. Does that make sense? so parang
Yeah.
So parang gano'n, nagka-next step siya, nagkaroon ng next step yung thought process ko na, may kadugtong pa pala siya, hindi pa pala siya dapat dun matapos. So, ako kasi ang sistema ko, how I trick my mind is, more on, I'm looking on what's in it for me. So, dapat rewarding talaga siya para maging into the mood ako na gawin yung mga stuff. So right now, I will practice moving forward after this na if naiisip ko na parang, gusto ko magsayang ng 5 hours sa Netflix ngayon. Ngayon, titingnan ko na siya in a way na, ito yung mawawalang chunk sa akin in order for me to achieve other things. Like, kasi ako, ang goal ko kasi for next year kay King is mas makapag-travel kami often. So, kumbaga, imbes na a-achieve ko yon, mababawasan yon because of, like, kung magpo-procrastinate ako ng 5 hours sa Netflix na araw-araw. So, parang ganun. So, nagkaroon ng next step yung yung thought process ko, which is great kasi parang nakumpleto niya yung how I see my process on a day-to-day basis yung nangyayari sa akin. Like, kasi ako on my experience, 3 days ang ikot ko eh. Like, 3 days akong masipag and then after that, kailangan ko talagang mag-rest. Or else, the whole week will be dragging kasi hindi ko nagawa yung rest ko on the 4th day. So, parang ako, nakuha ko na yung kiliti na yun eh. So, what happened now is, nagkaroon ng kadugtong yung process na nag-work na for me, which is amazing. Thank you, Strix, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you for participating full out. I'm glad I'm glad you got that, and I'm glad that you know what to do going forward.
Yes.
Thanks, Odds. Anyone else, bro? Or are we good for tonight?
No,
Only
others,
wants to share.
others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ano ba?
Anyone else
Anyone to
wanna
share?
share?
Ito si Roland.
Damot, damot,
Sabi
damot.
niya, what I got out of it is awareness, more context, how to structure my day, and how to better spend my time.
Lovely.
Yeah. Sa akin, siguro to share, more on the flashlights. I mean, I've on how I get to structure my mental systems. It's always focused on my value sets and what I
Mm,
believe in. So
mm,
I still work within my comfort. If and naghahabol pa rin ako yung firefighting. There would always be firefighting. There's still I find it as a system kasi that when I'm chasing a fire, that's also a creative time for me.
mm,
So there, I see that there's use for like rushing things, pero there's this
mm,
feeling of comfort also when you finish things early. So again, ang iniiwasan nga natin dito is yun nga, as productive people, we it's better to always have a list rather than have no tasks or lists at all, 'di ba? Kasi as an adult, we have lots of things that we have to do. So, ang tinitingnan nga natin dyan is what are the tasks that are finished or can be finished or hindi natatapos. Maybe those tasks are not for you. Or maybe that's why, I mean, we get to work with people. We see that a lot other people or a lot of people procrastinate also because they feel that the task is theirs. When in reality, it's not. It's
mm,
actually dependent on other people. That's
mm.
why some of the tasks hindi siya nasisimulan because there's a factor that they're not in control of.
Yeah.
So
Like trying to
instead
do
of
what's not
like,
for you.
oh, not for you. So looking at it, sometimes that at that perspective, you you still feel that the task is yours to do, but you spend a lot of time thinking on how to start it, 'di ba? So, dito pumapasok yung mga nakikita ko na what I learned kay Strix din, yung sa mga next action steps, yung mga first action steps, and then understanding your personal systems. Because even though na may mga times na you don't know if the task is yours then you have to classify it. Because most of the time, we don't classify our task Parang, okay, task ko to do the ganyan, to do the ganyan, check. Gagawin mo yan, list mo yan lahat But, again, what we want to, or my mind works with efficiency. What I look at is not the long steps, but the shortcut. But understanding, learning shortcuts is by understanding the long cuts. Yun yung tricky part dun So, you want to shorten the steps, but you can easily shorten the steps when you know all the steps or the full steps. Right? So, yung point nitong exercise ito, bakit it's really, really helpful, the questions led to not just us thinking logically, but all of us thinking also emotionally.
That's what's in control after all.
Yeah. So when we
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
to like put on flashlights as my first statement, you get to know what to focus on. You get to understand how much of your day or days have been spent to this thing. Now, since you're aware of it, you could either create new systems for it
Mm.
or stay put and be the same.
Understood. Yeah. Can I share something that overlaps with your notion of like shortcuts, bro?
Yeah, it's a long catuts. Yes.
Yeah, no. Let me share something. Like for me, my invitation for you probably, bro, would be to look at this sounds like like religion, but it's not. Okay.
Amen. Yes, amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay. my invitation is for you to look at the moral game, where ironically the moral game is the sustainable game. Like example, if you take shortcuts or if you go for rushes, how much of it can you tolerate? How much of it is a sustainable game? Does that make sense? Now, if you buffer your life where you can have like 20% time doing rushes and firefighting, and that works for you, and you can sustain that, that's okay. That's a workable game for you. And if you like the rushes, if you like the drama, yeah, okay. But if it's not a sustainable game, it's not a moral game. It's not a series of games you could pursue for a long period of time. It'll burn you out. It'll burn other people out, and it's long term for most number of people not good. Right. So the definition here of moral is the sustainable game, where the game of life, winning the game of life under this notion is winning the most number of games for the longest period of time with the most number of partners or relationships or interactions. Does that kind of make sense? So morality becomes a question of, is it sustainable? Starting with yourself. And if it's a sustainable game for you to, I'm enjoying this, so far I'm doing okay, I could pursue this, it works for me, sure. Yeah. But if you find that there might be a better balance, like a little more of compound interest and a little less of rushes, or more rushes because I enjoy that, whichever balance works for you as a sustainable game, including overlapping with the areas of your life, business, finance, success, relationships. Yeah. And if it turns out to be a sustainable game, that's the moral game. That's the invitation to the grand game of the multiple games of life.
Yeah.
I wonder if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. With your term sustainable, siguro what comes into mind that could connect with that is consistency.
Yeah, and then you find out what works for you.
It gets tricky for a lot of people to find consistency, because it's how you build a ritual. So for most people, they are not aware on how their minds or their subconscious mind creates habits for themselves. So that in itself is tricky for some people because they're not aware. So yung question ko dito palagi when working with yung mga kino-coach natin is, how do you create a habit specifically? Because if you could create a habit and they become consistent with it, that could change the rules of the game for them. So yung sustainability added with the commitment and the consistency and the decision could probably change a lot of things in their mental systems.
Right. Then and it's
Teka lang, lumalalim na yung natin. Nandun tayo sa Ken Strix Luigi zone mode eh. Malalim na usapan. Pero yeah.
I think we're good for now. I think we're good for now. What do you think?
Gusto niyo pa palalimin?
Hindi, well, ito naman yung normal space natin where we talk. Kaya nga tayo, we learn from going deeper, exploding our minds also. But at the end of the discussion like this, it's insight eh. It's insight.
Yeah.
It's insight.
Yeah.
Siguro may iwan lang akong konti for those people na dito ngayon. Since nandun naman sila sa point na they wanna be more productive, they wanna reorganize habits, and you nagbato ka nung tanong na how do we build habits? Siguro ang isang mapapayo ko dyan is tandaan nyo lang yung one time to sometime to all the time. So, most of the people and yung mga nako-coach din natin na clients, ang tinitignan kasi agad yung bigger picture, the full change. What I help clients see or goal first is yung first time nila. So, do it first. Do it one time muna. Create a belief set within your mind that it's possible. Now, once you're there, go for the sometime. Yun naman yung try mong i-achieve or i-goal mong i-achieve. Then once you're there, eventually you'll see yourself doing it all the time. And that's how you create a habit or how you reform or remove a certain habit of your choice. So yung nakita ko lang doon is yung pinakaunang goal nila. Those who go for the big change, yun yung mas na-overwhelm. And yung madalas na hindi talaga naaabot yun kasi nga masyado mong pinabigat yung bag mo bago ka mag-hiking. So, yun lang yung little something that I could share with everyone to help you guys be more productive. Wonderful sessions, Tricks. Sobrang ganda ng mga questions and yeah, yun lang.
Wow. Were you here throughout the entire thing?
No, kanina pa rin dyan si Luigi. Oh.
Ako si Luigi.
All right. Thank you very much, Scan, for this lovely invite.
Yeah, and
my
always
dear
happy.
Freelancers and mixed pros. Thank you for having us.
Filipino freelancers
Yep.
initiative to share insights, skills, experiences to freelancers so that they get to be exposed with new thought, old thought, or a canned thought. Yeah. So yeah.
I really appreciate this opportunity. I hope you got something useful from it. Please review the video. You'll see something on next time.
Yeah. So for announcements lang, if you wanna know more about Dr. Strix Toledo, you could go to strixtoledo.com. You could please message him sa kanyang Facebook page. So you could search it up, Strix Toledo. And then once you get to message him, if you have any questions, he always answers yan. Ano yan he loves to answer questions. So minsan ano oras na? Ano oras na? Tapos siguro may magre-reply ka. 11 ganyan. Joke lang. Pero yeah, Strix is very very helpful. He's a good guy. So you could message him from time to time pag may questions kayo. So anything in regards to mind, mental systems, conversational hypnosis, he's the guy we really look up to. We pray to him sometime also. So yeah.
Kami-sama.
Sabi ni Luis, nagatanda ako to catch up with friends ending, naging productive ako. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Super. We're really thankful. So again, Strix, anything you want to promote before we end this very productive call session for those who honestly participated in your frame?
Well, again, thank you very much for the invite. Thanks for having us. My dear freelancers, thank you very much for having us. Mixed pros everywhere. Thank you very much for having us. And as Ken said, strixtoledo.com, and check it out. We still have an ongoing set of intakes for the acceleration process, or the acceleration method. It's a procrastination to progress course. We also have that I would love for you to check out. If you'd like to find a way, you know what? If you attended this and you actually leave me useful feedback, I'll give you like a ridiculous discount on the course, courtesy of Ken. If you write, Ken sent me or off sent me, we can do that for you. And any suggestions, Ken? We also have a couple of courses coming up.
With para sa akin, nakita ko dito yung there are some people that have messaged me in regards that they want to have an additional credential, and I always align them to NLP because NLP still has is very very wonderful, a good skill, a good tool that you could use for sales, for freelancing, for interviews, for coaching, career, and everything. So if you want to add that to your credential to become an NLP practitioner, let us know so that we could probably hook you up. And if you want to learn also about hypnotic communication, about hypnosis, about conversational hypnosis, and other stuff, I'm connected with Strix and Luigi. We run a master class called Hypnotic Communication. Yeah. So yeah, yun lang naman mainly. So yeah, if ever connect with Strix, leave him a very good message or what you've learned better, kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo dito sa session na to. And he could probably connect you with a discount for his program. Yung sa
Yep.
acceleration niya. And yun lang. Last but not the least, for volunteers dito sa Off Skillshare, if you have a skill that you wanna share, gusto mong mag-add ng value sa mga freelancers dito sa Off, feel free to message me. I'd be glad to probably check kung ano yung pwede natin i-work on and then schedule something like this. Ikaw bahala, session mo yun eh. Ikaw bahala kung ano gusto mo gawin doon. PowerPoint ka, mag-Skillshare ka mismo, or kung ano. Basta meron ka value na ina-add sa mga freelancers, that would be good. Send me a message, or kay Simon, or kay Dave, kay CJ, kay Mappy, or other admins and moderators dito sa Off. And ayusin natin yan. Marami nag-volunteer. We just have to like schedule the sessions naman on our
And in true spirit of freelancing, thank you freelancing world for making my PowerPoint slides possible, because I can't possibly do them. Thank you.
Hindi pa niya sinasabi kung sino gumawa. Alright, so yun lang guys, maraming salamat, and kita-kit sa susunod na Skillshare, and i-reschedule namin yung online Filipino freelancers na job fair. It's not gonna happen this Sunday. Me and Dave and Simon are still finalizing a new date for everyone. Alright? So, yun lang. Magandang gabi ulit sa inyo lahat. And Strix,
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Simon. Thanks,
thank
everyone.
you so much
Thank
for
you. Brother
sharing
Kev,
your
thank you.
knowledge. Have a great night. Bye-bye.